Hello everyone. In today's video I will show you how to model a third type of the window family. I already started a playlist, if you noticed, a couple of days ago to create a Windows family. And in this specific video I'm going to continue from the previous one that I created, which is the awning. And I just saved it as a side hinge window. And it's simply, you can just go ahead and draw this line that I just deleted sideways, and it's gonna work perfectly. But in today's video I will create or show you actually a new method that might be useful for you to create an external nested family for the operable part of the window, so we can share it and use it in a different location in a much more complicated videos and a much more complicated windows actually that we're going to do in the next coming videos of this series. So it would be a good idea because now the current setting that I have doesn't allow me to share the operable part. It's just just a frame is designed to be fit and based on the extrusions and subtraction as a solid and void to create the void in here, to create the frame here, and then the second frame for the operable part and then the glazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this, save it. Now I will go ahead and create new family again, and in the English system I'm gonna use generic or metric generic. If I can find it, metric, yeah, this one. Here I will just create a generic frame that I'm gonna use in this third video, or the hinge, a side hinge, and also in all other Windows type that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna avoid repeating this piece in the next videos, which is actually just like loading a block into an AutoCAD. Anyway, so let me do this operable part. I'm gonna make equals here, define a width parameter. So I'm going to call it operable width, and then I'm going to create two references, connect them together, make them equal, and then control this. I'm going to call it again operable thickness. And the last thing in the back here, I'm going to create another reference plane, and let's call it operable height. Now let's flex the whole thing, so you can go ahead and make this 1500 and see if it's work. That's the height. Oops. So let's make this pure 2000, and let's check the thickness. So probably 100 will be okay. And the final thing is the the height, which is already working, but let's flex it again. It's 1000. So back to the reference plane again. I will create a normal extrusion, same what we've done in the previous window. So I'm gonna have a pick lines, lock, so whatever I pick it's already locked, and then trim those. Nothing new, same technique we used in the previous videos. Now finish. I'll lock that here, I'll remove this and then get it back again and then lock it, and that's it so far. Again, two reference plane, from the new to the old. Oh god, where is this one? and then again from the new to the old one. I'm gonna select them both and give them I don't know, operable offset, I have no idea, frame, thickness, I have no idea, call it just whatever you want, and flex it. Let's make it 50, and as you can see it's working perfectly. Probably we need to change this and make it smaller, not that much. Yep, now we create the void, same old method. Again, pick and lock, and then trim. Finish this, and then go to the back elevation, and you know, you have to create a reference plane to fix this. DI for the dimension, again from the new one to the old one. I'm gonna select those and just apply the operable thickness to it, and then just select the void and then lock it. As you can see, now we should have our frame. That's the operable die that we want. Something is wrong. Why is this different? What have you done? Let me see what mistake I've done here. Is this an operable thickness? And no, it shouldn't be the operable thickness. I think it's offset something very long. Yeah, this one. Yep, that's what I want. Now let's flex that, because I almost messed things around in here. Make it 70. Yeah, it's working. Beautiful. Now, the glass, one here, DI again, equalize them, and then create this. And I'm gonna call it operable glass thickness. Beautiful. Let's make this 10. It's also to flexing it and make it more realistic, and it works. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna create the panel. So pick, make that lock, select those two guys, select this, and select that. Trim. All okay, and then finish. I'm just gonna give it material while I'm here, a glass of course, and then I'm gonna go to the elevation, push that up, lock it, and push that up, and then get it back down again, then lock it. Now flex. First I'm gonna save, of course, and here I'm gonna call it operable, whatever, just operable. Okay, so flex to see if this guy is going okay. The width 1000, beautiful. The height, instead of 1000, let's make 600. Perfect. Now we need to flex the operable thickness 50. Yep, 50 to the frame, whatever the name is, and the thickness I'm just gonna leave it because I just did flex it. Now save it again. Now load this. Now it doesn't show in here, and I should have opened the plan view and then loaded. So that's a mistake. What had happened? Just go back, model, nothing. Okay, nothing loaded, which is good. So again, go back to the 3D, load this guy. And for some reason I cannot see it, which is freaking me out actually. Let me check where I am. It's the side hinge, so it should be, you know, good. It should be loaded anyway. Oh yeah, because I'm looking to the wrong place. It's 6 AM in the morning and I didn't sleep, so don't expect much of me, guys. So as goes operable, that's the operable again. I was looking in the wrong place. It's the family, that's the operable. Just click and drag and you're gonna see the frame. Now the operable part of the window is actually now a nested family created outside, and that's what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is just use the align command, click the destination and then click the edge and then lock, click the center and then lock. Now it's look fine. Now we need to link the nested parameter and invert it to the current family. So I'm going to select this guy, and before I need to define something to represent the operable width that I have in here. I already defined it in here, but how I calculate it directly from the main width, it's very basic formula. I'm gonna go to create a new one, and I'm gonna call it again the same name, operable width, let's say. And in the operable width, I'm just gonna assume that it's been driven from the width parameter minus the frame width, and then again minus the frame width. Again, don't make any spelling mistake or leaving spaces or adding extra spaces. It have to be exactly as those guys, and you're gonna get this number correctly. It's 1200 minus 50, so it's 1100. Beautiful. Now we drive that parameter. Now we have to get this dude, alright, the nested object and its parameter, to get this local file parameter. It's going to go for edit, type, and then look for the operable width and just assign the operable width from this the host parameter. It should work perfectly, as you can see. Now flex, don't ever trust the family you must flex, and I'm gonna change this to 1000 and hit apply. If nothing exploded, that means it worked perfectly, as you can see. Now go to the elevation and the whole business gonna go really crazy. Let me see where it is. I'm gonna get on hide here. It's in hiding down. So again, go align and select this dude, and then the upper edge and lock. Now whatever you've done for the width, you got to do for the height. So go again and define a parameter, and let's call it operable height, and this dude is just the height. I'm gonna go okay, it's just the height itself. So the operable height, I'm gonna say it's height minus frame width minus frame width. A small mistake here is a big problem, so don't forget that. Don't do any mistakes. It's a 1400, so it's true, and it's a 1500 minus 50 minus 50. Sound okay? Now select the guy here. Now we need to control the nest parameter with the host parameter. So look for the height, and again go for the operable height here and hit OK. Now it worked perfectly, as you can see. Flex this dude, and don't trust your family again. Not the real family, the Revit family one. Now this one, it's working perfectly. You see? Now you're gonna see lots of annoying thing. We flex the width, we flex the height, and now we need to check the cell. It's always down there if it's making problems. So hit apply, okay, making it 1800, and voila, that's what we want to see. Mistakes. Now go to the exterior, and again, who's that guy? I have no idea. I think it's the move mouse scroll. Okay, that guy is the opening, I think, for the window itself. It's for some reason it's not following. Okay, it's okay. Just go exterior, select the edge, go to this, push it, lock it, be happy. Okay, now test it again. It's down, down, down. So it's 800. This guy working, 1200 working, and now again change the width instead of a 1000, maybe make it a 1500, and the height to maybe 800. Beautiful. It's actually working perfectly now. Now we need to go back to the plan and link the rest. Oh no, it's lower than the cut. So where is it? Oopsie. The cell I missed. Yep. How about now? No. How about now, buddy? 800. Yeah, feeling better. Good. Now this dude, let's see what it has inside. You need to control the operable part for the glass, operable thickness, and operable frame thickness. So that is the thickness. So I'm gonna go making an operable thickness. If it's not existed, I have no idea. That's okay, that's okay. Ignore this. Let me see what is the frame width. Frame width is in here, so we don't have the parameter. So let's go ahead and new, and let's make an operable, I don't know, what did I call this guy in here? Frame width, operable frame, blah blah blah. Okay. Now let's give it let's give it a factor of, I don't know, maybe 100, and then we hit OK, and then we go to this dude here, and the frame thickness, which is this dude, we have to give it the same thing we just defined, a proper frame width. And when you hit apply, this should be 100. So beautiful, as you can see. I'm gonna flex that operable. I'm gonna make it 50 again. Hit apply. Okay, so it's worked perfectly. Now what else? Operable thickness itself. So this from here to here, again, just define. It's just a new parameter, which I don't know what happened. Operable thickness, and then hit OK. I'm gonna give it a default value of 80, and then link this guy. Should increase to 80. Now I'm getting it back to 50 operable thickness. Sound great. The final thing is the glass thickness. Already it's been defined, so that's the glass. To fully control it, frame, where's the glass? That's a glass thickness. Beautiful. Now again, save, and again, don't trust whatever you have, so flex everything you got. I'm gonna get in here. I think it's easier to look at it from an elevation side. Now let's check the dangerous one, the frame width. Let's make it 100. Beautiful. Glass thickness, I'm not gonna check that. Operable frame, let's make it 80. Beautiful. Operable thickness, that's not gonna be seen in here. Let me check this. Change it to, I don't know, 1000. Anything goes wrong? No. Okay, let's get those back to 50s. Hit apply. The height, make it 1000. I don't know. The final thing is the cell, 600. Everything is so far so good. Now the last thing we need to do is to define, you know, the movement. So I'm gonna go symbolic line and draw a line from this point to the mid, and again from this point to the mid, and I'm gonna lock it. Not quite sure it's gonna work. Actually, it shouldn't work, but let me check if this lazy quick method works. Let me check first the width, making it 1200. Hit apply. It's worked. Now it's gonna crash when I'm gonna change the height. Don't worry. Yep, that's what I meant. So no, I'm gonna keep it. So to fix this, I'm gonna create reference plane quickly. DI. Careful with this dude, don't over concentrate it. It's already been defined now. Move this guy here lock, and I'm gonna then move this guy here. It's already locked, so now it should work. I'm gonna change this guy to 1000. Beautiful. Now change it back to 600. Beautiful. And 800 again. Let's change this dude to 1500 and hit apply. And you can see it's worked perfectly. So I bet it's so far so good. And now we get ourselves a nice side hinge casement window, and I will use now this family to create a double-sided hinge window and then much more complicated windows, just because I have this dude, you know, already being predefined and created for me, so I don't need to recreate it again, just need to link it, as you can see, guys. Anyway, I wish that you find this video useful. Thank you very much for watching me, and have a good day. Bye.